So as someone who has been playing football for quite a while, the only thing that I have hope from my game is to see some kind of improvement. And since I've been playing for almost 7 or 8 years now, I could say that my fundamentals are actually pretty decent, and that my passing and shooting ability, they're all pretty okay, and I can do all of them with quite a decent success rate. But then sometimes, like when you go down on the field and you try to make a shot or you try to make a pass, and then you realize that the accuracy of that shot or pass is like way off target. Like it's not even close to where you want it to go. And most of the time that is very frustrating, because you would have expected that after at least 5 or 7 years of training, you would get the accuracy down and you would get your shots and your passes on target. And it had been frustrating me for a while, and I was thinking that there might be a lot of players out there who have been training for a while and have gotten the fundamentals down, but are still struggling with having to keep up with the accuracy and having to be able to say that if I want it to go in the top left corner, it will go to the top left corner. And if I want it to go to I want my pass to go to a certain place, it will go there. So an example of this is like when you take free kicks. Like sometimes the ball goes exactly where you want it to go, but then sometimes it's just like, it's really embarrassing. And you know that you are able to kick the ball properly, but then sometimes you just can't tell what the mistake is. And considering that I've been playing football for almost 8 years now, I would have expected that my accuracy would probably be a lot better than what it is. But it wasn't until like 2.5 or 3 months back that I would say that I really nailed down the accuracy, and I managed to improve a lot of it. Like it went from 50 to 75, 80% real quick. And it was because that I kind of figured this one thing out while I was training. And I was doing a dribbling session where I would dribble through the cones and then I would shoot at goal. And then on that particular day, that training session, the ball just felt really light. You know, like when you go down on the field and you take a shot, and every shot that you take, it's just like, it's perfect. You feel like the ball is just flying and it's going exactly where you want it to. And at first I thought that maybe it was just my day, that I was lucky that the shots were going exactly where I wanted them to. But then it wasn't until like I took a break and then I sat down and thought about it, and then I was like, you know what? I don't think it's just because it's my day. I think it was because I was being a lot more intentional about how I kicked the ball and where I kicked the ball. So an example of this was like, I would dribble through the cones and then I'll push the ball out. And just before I took the shot, I will take a glance at the goal, pretending like there's a keeper there. In that training session, I was very intentional that my eyes would go directly to the spot on the ball that I wanted to kick, and then my feet would follow. And I realized that with that intention of just looking at the ball and saying that that is the spot that I want to kick on the ball, it made my accuracy so much better. And I have tried that as well, like after that training session, the following sessions as well, when I've tried with my passing and I've tried again with my crossing and my shooting, I realized that my accuracy actually just bumped up like a lot. And I found that the ball actually went exactly where I wanted it to. And I know most of the time we are like, yeah, obviously you're looking at the ball and you want to shoot at a particular place on the ball. But I think a lot of the times we just go through the motions a lot. Like once you're able to kick the ball and once you're able to take a decent shot, you're like, yeah, I'll probably just kick the ball somewhere around there. But like, it's not about somewhere around there on the ball that you got to kick, but it has to be like a particular spot that you pick on the ball and you decide to hit it there. And I find that once you have a decent technique, like if you know how to kick the ball properly and you know how to maintain a low shot and you know how to hit a high shot, when you choose that spot on the ball, your legs actually follow and the ball goes exactly where you want it to. Now, I'm not saying that you have to analyze or you have to overanalyze your shot and you have to like calculate where on the ball you're going to kick or where exactly it has to hit on your foot. And if it doesn't hit on that particular spot, that the ball won't go in. It probably still will go in. But personally for me, I found that when I'm way more intentional with where exactly on the ball that I want to hit, the accuracy of my shot and my passes and my crossing has been really good. So sometimes when you try to think too hard about it as well, it doesn't really work in your favor. So instead of like telling yourself it must hit on that spot, maybe just pick a spot and then do your best to strike that area and keep your eyes on that spot until you've hit the ball. Because the moment you hit the ball, your head will follow the ball, so you don't have to actually lift your head up and look at where the ball is going before you've struck the ball. So make sure you always keep your eyes on that spot that you've picked. And also, like, I've got pretty decent technique, like I've said before, like I've been training for a long time. So, but it is something that has helped me in my training, and it's something that I found out through training all these years. And you could try it out as well. And if it helps you, that's great. But if it doesn't, then maybe you're going to have to look for a different technique. Or maybe it's something else that you're missing in your trainings, or that you haven't mastered yet, that's not allowing you to get the accuracy on that shot or be able to hit that pass properly. So that was all I wanted to share with you guys. If you liked that video, do hit the subscribe button down below to stay tuned for more content like this, and make sure you check out my other videos as well. But thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.